Welcome everybody to this Sunday morning awakenings. Last Sunday we talked about creating those inspirational moments for you. And I loved reading everybody's comments and hearing the feedback of the amazing inspirational moments that you created for yourself last Sunday. So last week I told you that this week we would take it one level deeper, and I'd love to do that for you right now. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the concept of non-duality and duality and its relationship to the yin-yang symbol. Check out this yin-yang symbol. And as you check it out, I want you to really look at how in the white part, there's a dark part. And in the dark part, there's a white part. I call it being the light in the darkness of life's overwhelm. Because when you really get the secret code, that mind, energy, body transformation skills to be the light in the darkness of life's overwhelm, that's true self-mastery. And yes, you can do my online class in the privacy of your home called The Secret Code. It's 14 modules. And it does take you through this step by step, but let me give you some tips right now that you can embody today. How do you become the light in the darkness of life's overwhelm? How do you dissolve the illusion of the Maya? I called my daughter Maya, that's her name, and I called her that in part because I think my passion and my mission in life is helping people awaken from the illusion, the Maya in the moment. For that darkness is just particles of energy. And if you want to move from duality, where things are either good or bad, it's an ego-based reality. And I want to invite you to move out of an ego-based reality and embrace non-duality. Embrace that yin-yang symbol, where in the light you can stay in contact with the lower vibrations. I call it LVC, of darkness, challenge, disease, overwhelm, stress, because that's how we actually learn how to balance and shift the negative reality in the moment, by holding that middle ground, by being the light in the darkness. And when everything's wonderful, you hold a little frequency of balance and grounding that life is about change. There's upswings and there's downswings. So if you want to really embrace non-duality, that Buddhist principle that is, I'd like to think of it in out of the religious context and into the reality of particles of energy. Because there's always lower frequencies when there's higher frequencies of consciousness. So within us, and you look at all the cells and the particles of energy within you, there's always light. And there's always something to transform. Because there's always more of our wholeness to bring in. So last week, you brought in those inspirational moments by being connected to the wholeness of who you truly are. And this week, I want you to be able to start learning how to hold the light in the darkness. So you multiply the inspirational moments by shifting out of the illusion of pain and into the wisdom and the lessons and the embodiment of your beauty and light. And you do that not by living in an ego-based reality that is either good or bad, not in a dualistic reality where darkness, difficulty is bad and light is good. You do that by embracing all parts of that yin-yang symbol, where when life is challenging, right now I'm going through a lot of challenges, but I'm holding the light in the darkness, looking for the wisdom and the growth opportunities that come from challenge. For pain is really the energetic portal back to wholeness. And I'm going to give you a taste of that right now, okay? You ready? All right, so let's breathe into our body again, pat down. And it's so good if you stand during these sessions, you know, really kind of wiggle and shake and let the light come down. Let your wholeness come in to physical form. Connecting breath with awareness. Bending your knees, breathing into the physical body, coming present with your wholeness. And then I want you to hold your hands out and imagine in your hands there's a little bit of sadness or anxiety or anger, something that you want to transform within you. Something in your life that you got overwhelmed, you lost non-duality and you became dualistic last week. For me, it was a concept of my husband had to take a job in Mozambique. And there's great because Mozambique's a great country, but there's a little darkness because my heartstrings are hurting. I miss my man. I miss my babe. So in every dark moment that you had last week, I want you to imagine putting that energy into your hand. Then I want your other hand to come on top of it and imagine the light of wisdom and wholeness coming in and dissolving that darkness. And as I do that, I awaken to so much light and beauty within me. You see, it's the negative thoughts, the negative self-belief, the feeling that darkness is bad that can hold you back. Instead, I invite you to engage what I call the explorer's mind and be curious about why that challenge has shown up for you, not to you. That's one of the spiritual laws I teach in my online trainings. So I want you to breathe through the pain right now and get curious from that explorer's mind. How and why did that challenging moment show up for you, not to you? I had an amazing client come in this week who I'm going to change their name to protect them. And I'll call this individual Lucy. And Lucy has an addictive pattern in her life that she's been denying about. And we all have addictive patterns. It's not like we have to have a gambling or alcohol or drug addiction. There can be minor addictive patterns. And her addictive pattern related to a defensive response around her ego. She could never admit she was wrong when her partner called her on her stuff. She immediately responded in defense and denial. She lost her wholeness and she created more pain in her family because she went defensive. Our defensive reactions, our ego, our unwillingness to embrace our imperfections, it's what can spread more pain in the world. So if you're going to do your part to create peace within you and around you, I really encourage you to embrace the concept that, for me, that yin and yang symbol symbolizes, yes, it's about male-female energy, but I love the visual of the light being in the darkness and the dark in the light. I invite you to embrace non-duality today, just for one day. Just notice yourself throughout the day. I'm in duality, non-duality. I'm in duality, non-duality. And place whatever brings you into duality as an energetic darkness that you give light to in your hands. And then let it spread through the whole physical body. And next Sunday morning, we'll talk more about not spreading the pain, creating more peace, yes? I'm sending you brilliance, love, so much support.